Bold takes.
If they don't make it to the finals, then this might be one of the biggest L's in NBA history.
Hot topics.
All right, well, I want to give you an apology. Tyrese Halliburton may have proved me wrong.
The best analysis.
But Jokic, he might be the best player in the league this season. He really might be the MVP.
This is the Full Court Report.
And we're back. Season 2, episode 4, I believe. And yeah, we're back. It's the middle of the off season. There's really not much going on, but we're gonna have some fun today. So, how you fellas doing?
Doing all right.
Doing pretty good. I don't know if the viewers can see at home, but Justin's username is Jalen Brunson is my dad.
Nice.
Sure.
Nice,
Yes,
nice. I have a new virtual background for the viewers that care. I switched it up. Still Jokic, still drinking, but just in a different setting, I guess. So
The guy with the glasses on next to you, that guy, he looks like a savage.
that's Bogdanovich.
What a bogey.
Is that a
Yeah.
post-finals picture or is that a post-Olympics picture?
Yeah, this was after their they won bronze at the Olympics.
That's
so
them celebrating.
unfortunately, no gold for them, but they still got a medal and they're celebrating, obviously. So there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out Serbia.
A bronze is pretty much a silver when it comes to
Medal.
basketball.
The medal
Nobody's
is the
beating the
medal.
USA.
A bronze is pretty much a silver. Toby, Chris
yeah.
Tobias, 2024.
We're talking about basketball.
Yeah, well, like I said, not a bunch of stuff happening right now. We're still kind of in the dead period of the off season, but we did get some, I guess, big news for those who are looking to schedule the upcoming year. Trying to figure out what games they want to attend or when they're going to take off work, whatever that may be. And that's because the NBA schedule for the next season has been released in its entirety. And, just take a few seconds to kind of go through it, dissect it, look at some of the matchups that you guys are excited for. But opening night is going to be the Knicks at Boston. Boston, obviously, the reigning NBA champions. They'll be in Boston to get their championship rings, and we'll see if their division rival there can take them down.
I didn't even think about that. We could really ruin their ring ceremony night.
Yes, sir.
Let's
And then
do it. Come on, New York.
the evening matchup that night will be Minnesota at the LA Lakers. And then I also put down the Christmas Day games. I feel like that's always just a big day for the NBA. At noon Eastern on Christmas, you got San Antonio at New York. At 2:30, you got Minnesota and Dallas. At 5 p.m. Eastern, you got Philadelphia at Boston. At 8 o'clock, you got LA, the Lakers at Golden State. And then capping off Christmas Day is the Nuggets at the Phoenix Suns. So really just want to kind of get your opinions on, if there's any games you guys are really looking forward to this coming season. And either one of you can go.
What are you thinking, Toby?
So personally for me, as far as opening night goes, I mean, obviously both games are going to be exciting, but personally I'm more excited to watch Minnesota versus LA. And I know that might be a shocker being, a Nets fan, Eastern Conference game, but I just feel like this year, I feel like Ant is going to break through. And the season he's going to break through, he's got to have a crazy opening night against who many people consider the GOAT, LeBron James. I know. I just feel like it's going to be a super competitive game. I feel like the New York Knicks are going to be super good this year. I feel like that's going to be an easy opening night for them.
Respect.
So
An
that's
easy
what I'm
opening
thinking.
night.
That's what I'm thinking as far as opening night. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be my favorite game of the year, but yeah, first game of the season, first games of the season.
I'm most certainly looking forward to both of those games, especially my Knicks Boston game. Didn't even cross my mind that it would be the Celtics ring ceremony night. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to send those clowns home, you know, salty. But I'm also looking forward to the first Knicks Boston game in MSG because those Knicks fans are gonna be rowdy. We're gonna be rowdy. Um, Also, obviously, looking forward to the Knicks Christmas game against the Spurs in Wemby. That'll be a lot of fun to see Wemby on Christmas. Adam Silver was definitely cooking when he did that one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
And
Quit
I'm
hating.
definitely looking forward to the first game of Celtics. Well, I guess the only game of Celtics at Warriors. I feel like the Celtics
Ooh.
at the Warriors with this whole Jason Tatum and Steve Kerr Olympics nonsense going on. I feel like Jason Tatum, he might have one. He might have a little something special in the bag for him on whatever day that is that they meet. I didn't do a good job of looking up when that was, but whenever it is, that'll be a good game.
Interesting. That's a good. That's definitely a interesting storyline there. You know, it's been a big deal for some people. You know, obviously as well as Jaylen Brown not even making the team. So,
Hmm.
um, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of unrelated, but like I feel like Boston maybe. Well, Kristaps Porzingis is injured, and I'm pretty sure he's going to miss like the first half of the season.
Dang.
For those who remember, I mean, he wasn't really playing during their whole playoff run this past year. Um, and then he came back during the finals, but like wasn't really, himself. And I'm pretty sure he had surgery this offseason. So they're just waiting to see when he'll be able to return. But it's likely he won't be back until I'm pretty sure like after Christmas. So we'll see how Boston starts the season. But I feel like Boston, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go back to back, but
Nope.
I think they have
Yeah,
some
I
kind
don't
of
think so.
extra motivation given everything that's happened this summer.
I think if anything, I think it tears them apart. I think Steve Kerr
You really
and
think so?
I think Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd were they were planting those seeds, just like I was saying in episode 2, I think. They're planting those seeds to separate the two.
I don't think so. I mean, ever since those two have been playing together, that's been kind of like the whole thing is like, who's better? Can they like actually play together well? Like, should they trade Jaylen Brown? And I feel like they've just like kind of excelled through it. That being said, I don't think they're going back to back
And
because
it's the Knicks' turn. The Knicks,
no,
the Knicks are back.
no.
Yes.
I you guys got a shot. You guys got a shot. I'll admit that.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go out and say it right now. You can call it bias if you want. You can say whatever you want. The Knicks, the New York Knicks, everybody healthy, have undoubtedly the best starting lineup in the whole league.
Best starting five.
Best starting five.
Okay.
Brunson, McCall, OG, Julius, Mitch. Nobody's beating that.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I mean, that's honestly, that's not even it's not a crazy take too. That's not, it might sound biased because of, your fandom there, but I don't think that's the craziest thing ever said.
It should be. It should be. I don't think that should be an overreaction to anybody. But I did see some clown on Instagram say that Philly has the best big three in the league. And, assuming they stay healthy, Paul George and Joel Embiid, that's not a crazy take either, I don't think. They might have a better big three, but the whole starting five, I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, that reminds me, another game I'm looking forward to is the first game Knicks in Philly,
Yep.
MSG South.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, eh, last year's playoff series between the two teams was so much fun. Um, So yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be interesting. And then you add Paul George to the mix. You add, everyone that New York has now. You bring back Randall. You see what he can do against that team.
You
You guys are sleeping on
I'm just thinking about it.
Philly, Boston, Christmas Day.
Opening day.
That's opening day,
Oh wait, no. Philly, Boston is Christmas Day. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
bro. Besides the Knicks, I gotta say two of the most like craziest fan bases, I would say, and the Lakers. They got so many fans, but I just feel like that game's gonna be hype. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I think so too.
It's definitely going to be interesting. But
And Justin,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt. You were definitely wrong about having the best starting five.
Who is it?
I'm giving it to the Sixers.
Who's their two? Who's going to be their starting two? Do we know? Eric Gordon
Caleb Martin.
could be Caleb Martin, but he's not
Kelly
better than
Oubre.
Mikal.
He's nice, but
Could be Kelly
I mean,
Oubre, but he's not better than Mikal Bridges.
everybody's better than Mitch.
Everybody's
Nick Claxton's not better than Mitch.
Oh, please. Oh, you don't want to have this discussion.
Oh boy, I feel like we're getting down the wrong rabbit hole
Yeah,
here.
we're getting a little sidetracked here.
But I wrote down a few games that I'm interested to see. I think number one, more than any of these cool like matchups, that that we see on Christmas Day, opening day, whatever it may be. Bronny James. Bronny James and LeBron James, whatever game that is, obviously we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be game number 1, game number 50, game number 82. But whatever game it is that we get that, Woj bomb or Shams, whatever, it's like Bronny James will suit up for the Lakers tonight. That's going to be a game everybody's going to watch, regardless of what time it is, who they're playing. I promise you. They might even change, they might change the national TV schedule that day just to have Bronny on like ESPN or whatever it is. So I think that that game is definitely going to be must-see TV, even though it's, you might even play like 5 minutes, but it's still going to be very interesting to see. That's history right there. So
yeah, if they have
I think you might have to wait until next season for that one to happen, Jory.
no, hell no. Bronny James is playing this season.
I really don't think so.
I guarantee you he's gonna throw a lob to LeBron, and it's gonna be the highlight of the whole year.
I don't know.
Could
You
be.
might have to wait till next season, buddy.
I have one for you.
Mm-hmm.
A matchup. How about Warriors Mavs?
Yes, sir.
Klay Thompson on the Mavs.
Is it where is it at?
I have no idea when they play, but
so I wrote that one down. It's November 12th. That is Clay's return to Golden State. And that is also the first night of the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament.
Ooh,
so
I forgot about that, bro.
Those two teams are like in the same group, I guess, and they'll play each other. And that'll be the first, day of that opening in-season tournament. So that game will have even more like energy and emotion, than it already would have.
I want to see Klay drop like 50 points.
I really
do not.
Sick. What I do not want to see are those nasty courts from last season.
Like those like fully red.
Some of them weren't terrible, but I remember the Bulls specifically having that bright red court. That was so ass, bro.
They were all terrible. There wasn't.
No, some of them weren't horrible. Some of them were not.
No, they were all horrible.
No.
They sucked. They should never bring that back. They were trash.
I think it's just so that it's like kind of, distinctive, visually, so that when you like watch like highlights from that game, you're like, oh, well, this was for the in-season tournament,
They should just do like a general court that's all the same, like an all-star break court. Like they should just do something that's all the same.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see if they switch it up this year, maybe. Who knows?
They better. There was so much negative feedback about those courts. There would be no way that they bring back those courts a second time.
I was gonna say like maybe they could bring in like special jerseys for the teams that are playing, but they already got so many different jerseys nowadays. Like,
Well, they got to stop changing them every year. That's the problem. They
well,
make
they
it
change them, and then they have the alternate, and then the city, and then the special edition.
the earned
Yeah, the
jerseys.
earned jerseys. Like they got so many different jerseys.
Mhm.
We don't need another one.
Well, I also wrote down like 2 obscure matchups that I think could be fun. I said on January 15th, the Memphis Grizzlies will play the San Antonio Spurs. And the reason why I think that'll be interesting is because we will see Victor Wembanyama versus Zach Edey,
Mm,
2 of the tallest players in the league, I believe. And who knows? I mean, I don't even know if they're going to be matched up against one another. I don't even know if, maybe we see Jaren Jackson matched up against Wemby in that game or something. But I just feel like that would be a lot of fun to watch, to see those 2 like towers of human beings kind of go up against one another. And then I said December 22nd, the Indiana Pacers play the Sacramento Kings. I just feel like those 2 teams might be the 2 best offenses in the NBA. And there was a game last year where between Indiana and Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure it was I think it was an overtime game. But it finished, the final score was 157 to 152. And so I feel, and I remember watching that game. There's a lot of betting people saying like, take the over on this game. Trust me, like this is going to be a high scoring game. And they put up, over 300 points. So, obviously you don't want every game to be like that, but it was a lot of fun to watch. Just teams getting down the floor in like 7 seconds or less, basically every possession, shooting threes, and not a lot of defense played, but still fun to watch. So I don't know. I feel like we might get a game like that again this year, and I figured like if there's going to be any 2 teams, it might be Indiana and it might be Sacramento, who just added DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, Malik Monk. They have a really good offense. So yeah,
I didn't even think about that one. But the Spurs and Grizzlies, that's gonna be a tough matchup with Chris Paul and Ja too. I'm so excited to see Ja come back this year. I can't lie. I cannot lie.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think once we get closer to the season, we can definitely discuss some stuff like that, like players who you're really excited to watch, like who you think could have a bounce back season, a breakout season, stuff like that. But Ja is definitely one of those guys. I'm very curious to see how he returns to that team and really Memphis overall, because we didn't really get to see them healthy really at all last year. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season. But any other games you guys want to mention before we move on?
Knicks versus Nets.
Oh, you mean easy smacks?
Actually, that's not going to be fun to watch this year. I can't lie.
I'm sorry, man. That's probably not going to be It's probably not going to be a lot of Nets games that are going to be fun to watch in general. But
well, we got the whole Knicks future ahead of us, so we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, enjoy those like 2025 like pick, like the 2020th pick.
Nah, you guys gave us some loot.
No. It's gonna be the last pick in the draft for the next 4 years, Toby.
Nah.
It's all right. Cooper Flag is on the way.
Yes, sir, Cooper.
Not to maybe with your own pick, Clown Town.
I mean, we'll see. We got a lot of picks coming up.
Well, all right, guys. I think we kind of fleshed that out as much as possible. The schedule, go take a look, see what games you want to see, and that's always a good indicator. We're moving closer to the season. It'll be here right before you know it. But in other news, this week, I guess this past week, the Clippers, they have finally opened their new $2 billion arena, the Intuit Dome. It's obviously the newest arena. It's in they're moving from what was the Staples Center, I guess now crypto.com arena. So no longer sharing that with the Lakers. They finally have their own space to do what they want. And I don't know if you guys have seen like photos of it or some of the features that are going to be in the stadium, but it looks really cool. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on it. It has 18,000 seats. It has outlets at every seat. It has a 44,000 square foot double-sided scoreboard that wraps around the whole arena, and it also has a section of seats. I guess they're calling it the wall. It's 51 uninterrupted rows for fans to sit there. And if you want to sit there, I'm pretty sure it's for season ticket holders only. You can't wear the opponent's gear. You can't cheer for the opposing team. And those tickets are only going to be sold in the Clippers marketplace. So that's going to be an interesting, I guess, visual, really, to see like what that looks like. Just a whole section of only Clippers fans. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this new arena?
I love it. This guy Steve Ballmer, he knows what he's doing. There's a clip of him with his little hard hat on, I guess during the middle of construction or towards the end of construction, and he was saying, if like as a fan, if you give the Clippers, website, whatever it is, however you would go and buy the ticket and sign up for a season ticket holder, if you give them permission, they can, track how much you're in your seat and how loud you're cheering. And he was saying, if you, sign up for that, you can get discounts and benefits based on how good of a fan you are. Like,
Jeez.
that is like, that's the sickest thing about it to me. Like, he's rewarding you for actually being a good fan. Because I don't know really if you guys remember the last time we went to that Knicks Nets game in person. Granted, it was a bit of a blowout. We were up by like 30, but place MSG was kind of dead, bro. Like being inside, like hearing the fans cheering, like it was kind of dead. So if we had something like that at MSG, bro, you thought it was crazy during the playoffs this last season. It wouldn't even be close. We'd be the greatest fan base in history. We would be the greatest fan base in history. There would be no comparison to anybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we kind of got screwed at that one game you talked about because, Katie and Kyrie got traded.
Yeah, yeah. So we went to go see Nets Knicks, and a week and a half, 2 weeks before the game, Kyrie and Katie got traded. We all got did dirty.
Yeah.
Bummer.
It was, hey man, that's how it goes.
I gotta say though, as far as the new arena goes, what's it called? Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
I'm a little underwhelmed by the amount of seats.
Really?
8,000.
18,000. That's like all right.
It's not an NFL stadium, buddy.
I know, but I think there's a lot of other stadiums that have a lot more seating.
Let's look it up.
Matter of fact, I looked up Barclays Center. Barclays has 19,000. Granted, it is a newer stadium, but I think Staples Center has like 20,000.
So I'm looking it up now. The United Center in Chicago has the most in the NBA, at least, with 20,917. And then there's a handful of arenas, like MSG has 19,800. TD Garden, Boston, 19,100. So yeah, you're kind of right. But they, 18,000, that's about average, I would say. It's just
He's
looking at this
probably
list.
giving you a nice thick seat. You got a lot of space around you. He's probably making sure people are comfortable while they're at the game.
Yeah, maybe I'm hating a little bit.
It's more than Barclays Center, Toby.
You
Oh, it
bozo.
is. Shoot. Okay.
17,700.
I guess my research was wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, as cool as I think it's gonna be, just have a feeling like, especially in the first year, those ticket prices are gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like they're gonna be insane. Like
Well, didn't you say that ticket holders, season ticket holders, Jory, can go up to 25,000 for the whole season?
Yeah, I think that's the wall, like that
Oh,
that
just for the
section
wall.
of seating where, yeah, like where, you can't be anyone but a Clippers fan. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's just the way NBA pricing is going now in general. Like a lot of teams are kind of pricing out a lot of their fans, unfortunately. But you know, we'll see if they can put a good product on the floor. If they can really get fans in those seats. Otherwise, they might have
probably
to.
can. It's LA after all.
Yeah, and it's new. It's a new arena. People are going to want to go see it. So, like you said, they're probably not going to have too much trouble, but it is what it is, man. If you want
I
to go
will
see
say,
Kawhi Leonard play, you got to spend some money, James Harden.
I guess no more Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
But if
No
I
more
was
Russ.
like a Lakers fan or something, and I went to one of those games, like I would try to surround like the entire section where they don't allow Lakers fans, just to like boo them and just like talk shit.
Wow. Jeez. Yeah.
And it's sports. You
That's
know what I
what.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see stuff like that, especially like you said, if you're a Lakers fan, those games, maybe like Golden State, those like
I
rivalry.
feel like the Clippers are
divisional
just like
games.
asking for it at this point.
We'll see. We will see. But yeah, man. I mean, it looks cool. It's cool that they finally opened it because when we first started this podcast, I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, we had a whole episode. Well, maybe not a whole episode, but we spent like a good chunk of time discussing the Intuit Dome when it was first announced, like the blueprint. And yeah, that was an interesting conversation we had. I listened to some of it before this show, but yeah, it's pretty funny that it's finally here. And now now the Clippers. Real quick before we move on, I kind of want to just kind of discuss the Clippers like outlook this coming season, like what you guys expect to see from them. But I wanted to play something that from that episode I mentioned because I took a small chunk of what I said from that episode. I think this was September 9th, 2021. So today is August 20th, 2024. So I'm just going to play this real quick.
Funny because the Clippers for that season, at least right now, the 2024-2025 season, no one is like under their payroll. There's no contracts for that year. So the team could look completely different by the time this arena opens.
And I was kind of right. I was kind of right. Not totally right, but real quick, so that season, that following season after we made those comments, this was again back in 2021. The Clippers, Kawhi missed that whole season. He had an ACL injury, so he didn't play at all that year. Paul George only played 31 games that season, and some of the and the Clippers as a team, they missed the playoffs. That was the second season of the play-in tournament that they have now at the end of the season. And they lost to Minnesota and New Orleans, and they missed the playoffs that year. And some of their leading, I guess, games played guys on that team, Terrence Mann, who's still with the team, Zubac, who's still with the team, but they also had Reggie Jackson, who played 75 games that year. He was with Denver, and now he's in Philadelphia. Luke Kennard, he played 70 games that year for the Clippers. He's now in Memphis. Isaiah Hartenstein, obviously played with New York. Now he's in Oklahoma City. Nicholas Batum, who left This past year, he was in Philadelphia, but now he's back with the Clippers. Marcus Morris, he played 54 games for them that season. I'm pretty sure he last played in Cleveland. I think he was playing some playoff games last year. And then Eric Bledsoe, who's no longer in the league. So
Guy plays in the China, I think.
yeah. So definitely a much different look than what they have now. Kawhi Leonard obviously still there, but you have James Harden now. They brought in Derrick Jones Jr. this season or this offseason. They, like I said, they brought back Nicholas Batum, Norman Powell. They still have Zubac, like I said. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Clippers, they have a new arena, but I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they can make the playoffs? I don't know. What you guys expect from LA this year?
I think they're gonna stink. I
Wow.
think they're gonna be. I
Straight
think they're
up?
just gonna be trash. If Kawhi doesn't play at least 50 games, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're a bottom 5 team in the West.
Bottom 5? That's
With
kind of
no
crazy.
Kawhi, if Kawhi misses more than 35 games, they're a bottom 5 team
Maybe.
in the West. In the West.
Yeah. I mean, we got to remember James Harden being past his prime. He's not capable of leading a team anymore. So
Oh, here we go again.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He might.
It's
Toby might
fine,
be,
like-
wrong, but he's also right.
guy was a former MVP. Like, he's one of the greatest to do it.
Ever since he got the cornrows, he just kind of fell off.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, Jory. So you were right. This is a completely different team, but they're not a better team whatsoever. I think Justin's right. I think they're gonna be a lot worse. I think they can sneak into the playoffs, like a play-in type of team, especially with Kawhi. If him and James Harden can stay healthy. But I mean, maybe not with this roster, but I would love to see as a fellow little brother team.
Mm.
I would love to see the
Oh.
Clippers just have like an era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I kind of agree with you, Justin. I don't think they're going to be anything spectacular this year. I mean, just looking at the teams in the West, if I had to pick in no particular order, I think Dallas, Denver, Minnesota, OKC, New Orleans are 5 teams that I think are going to finish ahead of LA.
Sacramento.
Yeah, and then that's kind of where I can see everything going right. I think Phoenix, like you said, Toby, Sacramento, and the Lakers. I think if everything goes right for those 3 teams, I would expect them to make the playoffs. And then the kind of like wild cards are like Memphis. Like is Ja going to be Ja next season, and like is all the pieces going to fit? They're going to be competitive. Houston was really good last year. If they can take another leap forward. And then Golden State is kind of, up in the air right now with their team. But I don't know. I mean, that's already 11 teams that I just named. So, I don't know. It's going to be really tough for the Clippers to find, I don't know. It's going to be tough for them. So, we'll see. Like I said, I think you're right. I think Kawhi has to have a really healthy season and be Kawhi. Like, he has to be one of the best players in the league. And Harden has to kind of, I don't know, maybe not so much take a step forward, but just be a little bit more of a focal point now that Paul George is gone and kind of take the reins. And I think that's really their only chance of being, I guess, a playoff team this year. But we'll see. It's going to be tough. Let's see what Ty Lue has up his sleeve. But yeah, that's basically what I got. I know you guys got some segments. Toby, if you want to start with yours, but yeah, man. Your
All
well
right.
prepared segment. Let's get going here.
Yeah.
All right. So to start this off, I want to just say I didn't put very much thought into this at all. So this could be, not good.
Nice. Way to set it up. Way to really sell it, Toby. Oh,
But we're going to do a little a little bit of Price is Right. So basically, I'm going to give you two players, and I'm going to give you a dollar amount that one of these players are making this year. So the game is a little bit unfair inherently because, different years the players are making different amounts. But I'm just focusing on the 24-25 season. And it kind of gives us like a idea of where they should be rated as far as like in the league.
All right.
So to start it off, just something crazy I wanted to point out is that Ben Simmons is going to make $40 million this year. He's going to make more than Ja, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, just to name a few. So I don't know. Something just told me I had to throw that out there. But
Fair enough. Fair enough.
we're going to start with a couple, you can call them role players, I guess. One of these players is making $22 million this year.
Okay.
First player I have is Malik Monk. And the other player I have is Clint Capella. And then you could tell me if you think, that amount is a
This is
fair
good.
amount for them.
Are we allowed
22
to ask?
million.
Are we allowed to ask any type of questions like when the contract was signed?
No questions.
I'm gonna just YOLO it and say Clint Capella.
Huh. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I think I'm gonna agree with Justin. I'm gonna say Clint Capella.
You guys both say Clint Capella? You
Based
guys
on
are
your
correct.
smoke.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
You guys are correct. That number kind of surprised me a little bit. Clint's going to make $22 million this year. Malik Monk is making 17. So not too far off, but
Huh.
I thought Malik would have been paid a little bit more, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like probably just because of the team that he's on. You have De'Aaron Fox, you have Sabonis, now you have DeMar DeRozan. So that's three guys making a lot of money right there. Whereas like Atlanta,
They're paying Trey Young, and that's it.
I've been a bunch of rookies, guys on rookie contracts. So I guess that makes sense.
All right, so you guys both got the first one right. This is kind of a competition, so
But
Jorie, I'm gonna need you to answer this one next.
I go first.
Yep, you go first. These next two players, one of these players is gonna make $26 million this year. First player we got is John Collins. Second
Ooh.
player we got is Dylan Brooks.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Well, I'm gonna say Dylan Brooks. I'm gonna say Dylan Brooks.
I don't agree. I know for a fact it's John Collins.
He knows for a fact.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going different ways.
Justin is correct.
Yeah.
John Collins making $26 million. I think this is the last year of his contract. And then Dylan Brooks is signed through 26-27. He's making $22 million.
Oh, wow.
Man. Okay.
So
Interesting.
I think so Justin's in the lead. It's 2-1 Justin. By the way, the number I give out is like the higher amount. You know what I'm saying? Like the other player's getting a less amount, just to preface.
Mm-hmm.
Next player we got. This guy is making $27 million this year. First up, we have Miles Bridges. Second up, we got Lonzo Ball. And I'm going to need Justin to answer first.
Oh,
$27 million. Lonzo Ball, Miles Bridges.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Miles Bridges.
I'm saying Lonzo Ball. No way. I'm sorry. I don't want to get into anything crazy here, but there's absolutely no way Miles Bridges is making $27 million. There's no way.
All right, so you guys disagree.
Yeah, I'm saying Lonzo.
So one of you guys is right.
Okay.
I would hope. I
All
would
right.
hope one of us is right. We're
Here's
both
what
wrong.
we got. In the year 2024, 2025, Miles Bridges is making $27 million.
What?
And we
Oh,
got
two
Lonzo
days,
Ball.
bro.
He's going to make about $22 million.
Miles Bridges. Didn't he just sign that contract too? Like this
It
year?
was like I thought it was like right before he was kicked off the team briefly for I think he was beating
Wow.
up his girlfriend or something like that. Somebody shouldn't have been doing.
That.
Now
Wow.
he's making
All right.
27 M's.
This is like we should just call this pocket watching.
Yeah. I was thinking about calling it that.
That's crazy to me. I'm sorry, but anyway, I
mean,
thought because I thought I think it's smart you picked Lonzo because it's like, well, he hasn't played in what 2 years now, so it would be interesting to see him making $27 million. But wow,
I always thought it was interesting the way that people focus on contracts. Like it is kind of like pocket watch, and I was like, why do people care that much? But at the same time, it is like it kind of puts you at a level like in the league. So I feel like a lot of times players just want to be paid more, so I don't know. So they know that they're like one of the top players. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up.
no, I think you're definitely right. All these players like have a sense of pride and they want to, as much
Want to
as
be the highest paid
accolades.
player because they want to be like the best player in the NBA and all that kind of stuff.
Not Jalen Brunson. Not Jalen Brunson. He's worried
Yeah.
about team success and championships in New York.
This is true. This is true.
All right. Are you guys ready? So Justin's up 3-1.
Yes,
Wow.
Jorie, you
I
got to
can't
nail
believe
both
this.
of these to even have a chance.
Can't believe this.
All right. So this is an interesting one. We got this player is going to make $28 million. First player we got is Nick Claxton. Second player we got is Mitchell Robinson.
Wow.
28 M's.
Who's going first?
Do I go first or?
Yeah, Jory, you got to go first.
28 million.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Mitch. I feel like Nick Claxton. I feel like Nick Claxton is making like an even 30 for some reason.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's definitely Nick Claxton. There's no way Mitch Toby picked this just so he can show how little money Mitch is making. That's the only reason he picked it.
Well, there you go.
Justin, you are correct.
Wow.
Nick Claxton is signed through 2028, just signed a fresh new contract. And he's going to be making 28 million in his first year. So he's probably going to be making like 30 million, maybe in a couple years or so, way the contracts are set up. And Mitchell Robinson is he's going to make 14 million. So he's making half the money that Nick Claxton's making.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Jeez, I suck at this. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, Jory, you're I think you're 1 for 4.
I'm not a pocket watcher.
All right. So that just goes to show you who the best center in New York is. But anyways, I have my last couple of players here. And this one's a little bit interesting. So this player, he's making the most out of all these players I just named. This guy's making $31 million. Okay. First up, we got Christopher Middleton, aka Middleton. Second up, we got Mikal Bridges, the new New York Knicks star.
What's the number? 31.
31.
Hmm.
Who was the first guy?
Chris Middleton.
Who was the second guy?
Mikal Bridges.
Chris Middleton.
Was he listening?
Chris Middleton.
You think Chris Middleton is making more than
Oh.
Mikal?
Chris Middleton.
That's tough. I think I'm also gonna say Chris Middleton. I think.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
You guys are correct.
Dude, I didn't miss
Wow.
one.
I think Dustin went 5 for 5.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So Christopher Middleton is I should stop calling him Christopher. Chris Middleton's making $31 million this year. And Mikal Bridges, was kind of a steal, to be honest with you. He's making 23, which is why it was a probably good signing for the Knicks, and they have him through next season.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, which player would you rather have on your team, though, considering the contracts in the year
mean those two?
2024? Yeah.
I don't know. Because Jorie knows I've kind of always been a Chris Middleton hater. I always thought he was a little overrated.
I mean,
But it depends what your team needs. Depends what your team needs. I feel like Chris Middleton's a solid defender, but I feel like Mikal might be a little bit of a better defender, and I feel like he might be a little bit better all around on offense. Chris Middleton, I would say, is definitely a better shooter and maybe a better scorer, just pure scorer. But I think Mikal Bridges does a little bit more, a little bit extra.
like off ball stuff.
Yeah, all the little things.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, Mikal is obviously younger. So that plays a factor. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I'd probably say Mikal at this point. But
Yeah.
Chris Middleton had a pretty solid playoffs in their series against the Pacers last year. No Giannis.
Turned into their number one guy, yeah.
Yeah, so still got something left in the tank. Is that all? Is that all the names, Toby?
Oh, yeah.
Been pocket watching.
Isn't it kind of crazy that Jaylen Brown is making more than Jason Tatum? Do you guys think that's crazy?
No, I think he got his contract year to just work out better. Because once that guy Jason Tatum gets
Didn't he
his new
just-
contract, he's gonna get the full super max, and it's gonna be after the new CBA deal and
mean,
the new
well,
whole like TV rights deal thing. So the NBA is gonna be rolling in money, bro.
Jason Tatum signed this offseason, I think.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Jaylen Brown is 5 years, 304. Jason Tatum is 5 years, 315.
Oh, wait. So I
then-
guess I was wrong. But
Yeah,
maybe,
that's right. What is your research?
no, I think it's because it's his first.
It's just not
like,
updated.
No. I think it is updated, but I think it's just because it's his first like contract season. I think that's usually when they make like the lease.
Oh yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
so they're
saying?
giving it to him.
Because
on the
yeah,
back
it says that won't kick in until next year, 2025, 2026.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was saying like it's not always the best way to judge who's a better. Like it's really is not a good way to judge. who's a
Depends
better
when they
player.
sign their contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Money's going up every year.
it is funny, like with everything that's been going on between everything that all the people are saying between those two. Like they're trying and create a divide. I guess that's just like another thing
Well,
they're gonna
not gonna
bring up.
work. It's not gonna work.
So I don't know. But yeah, is that it? That was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
As much
Yeah,
as
that's
you
it.
didn't
That's
sell
all.
it.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
As much as you
I don't
didn't
got a
sell it
prize
to
or
us.
anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm about to sell it. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next segment, our next activity is going to be another random team game. It will not be a wheel. However, Let me cross my screen. How do I do it?
A few moments later.
We have a little deal or no deal type of random team game. So the way that this works is whatever one we pick, random team's going to show up. It will not go away. So once a team has been picked, there will be no duplicates. Once that team is off the board, it is off the board. No more using it. So all 30 teams are here. I think I deserve to go first since I won the last mini game. So I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. We're doing this like snake draft, right?
Oh yeah, same thing as last time. I'm gonna go Toby, you'll go second, Jorie will go third and fourth, then back to you, Toby, then me again, and so on.
We're doing all time or
Yes,
current?
all time. I have a little list here. I will write it down once the pick is made. And I'm gonna pick lucky number 7 for Carmelo Anthony. And we have the Stankleys. Oh, jeez.
Stankleys.
Wow, that's
Well,
disrespectful.
Ja Morant, you're my new point guard, sir. All right, Toby, pick a number for me, sir.
Let me get number 3.
Number 3, the
I said
Chicago
tw- no, I said
Bulls.
23.
Oh, well, you're
I'll
getting
take
number
it. No,
3.
I'll take it. I'll take it though. I'll take it.
You're getting
Wow.
number 3, Toby.
That is crazy.
All right, blessing in disguise.
Toby
mean-
took Tony Kukoc. All right, cool.
Nope. I'm taking a goat. I'm taking the actual goat.
Derrick Rose.
No, the goat.
Well, dang.
The bald goat.
Kobe.
Carlos Boozer?
Yeah, I don't think Kobe played on the Bulls. Dummy.
All right, relax. All right, Jory Mickens, you're up.
22.
Yep, knew that was coming.
And
And look at that. Your Denver Nuggets.
Sir. Yeah, I'll take Mr. Nikola Jokic.
Jokic. All right, sounds good to me.
I go again.
And another number, by the way, this is number 8 over here in the top corner. Can't really see.
Give me number 9. I don't know why. It just feels
Oh
right.
my
Ooh.
god.
Ooh, give me Steph Curry.
Yeah, come on. You don't got to think.
Steph Curry. I mean, I could have took Will Chamberlain technically, right?
Could have took KD.
True.
Could have took Kevin Durant. Yeah.
All right, Toby.
Stephen Curry.
Give me number 8.
Up in this top corner, the Indiana Pacers.
Ugh. So I got Michael Jordan at the 2. So I'm gonna take. I guess I'll have to take Paul George.
Rick Smits.
Rick Smits is fire. Rick Smits is fire.
PG 24 or PG 13?
I don't know. Whichever one was better. 24?
It'll be whatever.
24.
Justin's up.
Let me go with the last number. Let me go with little number 30. The Sixers. Ooh. Let
Man,
me
you got a lot of
go-
choices.
Let me just go Embiid, bro.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Let me go Embiid.
Should have took the doctor.
And then I was thinking about that. And then I'm going to go with 24th Wizards.
Wizards had some pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, bro. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of a big lineup here at the 4. Little throwback. We're gonna go Wes Unseld.
All right. I respect that.
Wes.
All right, Toby, you're back up.
All right. Let me take number 1.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
The Portland Trail Dogs.
Is that what that says, Toby?
Let me get Dame Dollar. Let me get Dame.
All righty. Jory, First number.
How about 18?
The Houston Rockets. Oh god,
Ooh.
Jorie's got a squad already.
James Harden.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. And for your second pick,
Give me number 27.
27.
Yes.
Shout out to Chris Smooth. The Pistons.
Oh man. Hmm.
You have your small forward and your power forward available.
Yeah. Huh. Damn,
Couple good
that's
ones.
tough. Yeah. I'm trying to think. How do I want to do this? How about Ben Wallace?
Ben Wallace.
Good choice. Great choice. This guy Justin
need-
doesn't know.
I need defense.
What do I not know about Toby? I don't want to hear it.
You're the biggest Ben Wallace hater.
All right, I'm skipping your pick then, Toby.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
All right. Do you want your number 23 now? You want it now?
No, not now. You cursed it.
Well, I gave you the option to pick the real number 23, so you got lucky.
I'm gonna take number 2 for Derek Jeter.
Sacramento Kings.
Oh,
Who's that?
oh. All right. So I got my power forward and my center. I feel like there's only really 2 choices. This might be a little controversial, but give me Chris Webber
Not controversial. That's who I would have went with.
over Boogie.
Yeah, probably. All
I
right.
feel like I get better center.
My last 2 picks, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go 23. I'm going to take your pick, Toby. The Clippers. Dang it. The Clippers. I guess I got to do it.
CP3.
No.
I guess I got to do it. What does
What are
that
you
mean?
doing?
You know what? Toby, I will do that. I'm going to move Ja to the 2. And I'm going to put CP3 at the 1.
Oh, your team's getting exposed by my team.
Absolutely not. And my last pick, my lucky number 5, the Pelicans. What
Ah,
Well, wait, what position do you have left, or what? What's
All right, we're moving more pieces. Wes Unseld to the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4.
Wes Unseld to the 3.
Yeah, I got
Jeez.
CP3, Ja, Wes Unseld, AD, and
Jeez.
Embiid.
Wes Unseld at the 3?
That guy was only 6'8", I think. He wasn't that tall. Toby, your last pick, your center position. You better get lucky.
All right. So for center, let me get lucky number 13.
The Toronto Raptors, who have had absolutely nobody in the whole history of their whole team.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
All right. So wait. So let me ask a question.
Kawhi, Kyle
Are we getting like that
Lamar.
team's version of that player?
Yes, they have to have
Oh.
played on that team. Yes.
I was gonna take Hakeem.
Right. Yeah, nice try, buddy.
All right. Wait. Shoot. Bismack Biyombo.
I mean, you could take Chris Bosh. You could take Chris Bosh.
I should have took Boogie.
What was that pick?
So you're taking Bismack Biyombo at your 5,
Yeah,
Toby.
Bismack. I'm taking Bismack.
You could have taken Marcus Saul.
Oh my
You could have
god.
taken old man Mark. You could have taken
Nah.
Chris Bosh. All
Nope.
right. Well, Jory, with your last pick, you need a small forward or
All right. All right.
a
All right.
smaller two guard.
Give me number 15.
The Milwaukee Bucks. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess Giannis, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
without even a shadow of a doubt, Jory's got the greatest team to ever be assembled.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Toby, your team's getting carried by Jordan,
That's
Bismack
cool.
Biyombo.
and my team's just dysfunctional. Terrible. The starting lineups, the ending starting lineups, I have Chris Paul at my 1, John Morant at my 2, Wes Unseld at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5. Toby has Damian Lillard at the 1, Michael Jordan at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Chris Webber at the 4, and then Bismack Biyombo at center. And then Jory's got Curry,
Bismack
Steph
Biyombo.
Curry, James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ben Wallace, and Jokic.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not a bad team right there.
I think I
Yeah,
got a
Jory,
shot.
honestly, that's a pretty crazy team.
think I got a shot. Bismack can lock up a little bit.
I don't think he's doing anything
Why
against
did you do
Jokic
that?
or Embiid. I don't think he's doing anything against Jokic or
Why
Embiid.
did you pick him? He played. By the way, I looked it up. Bismack Biyombo played 1 season in Toronto
Yeah, and it's his best season.
and averaged 5 points per game. So you know,
All right, well,
that's who Toby wanted over, like Justin said, like Chris Bosh, like Marcus Gasol, who won a championship. Just funny.
who would
I
you,
would have
who would you
rather
have taken?
I would have rather just taken old man Akeem instead of Bismack Biyombo, honestly.
You could have picked. Well, I don't know. Wait, what position did you need?
He
I
needed a
needed
center,
a center.
and he already had Chris Webber.
Move him to center. Play DeMar at the 4.
Pascal at the 4, Kawhi
Pascal,
at
yeah,
the 4.
Pascal.
Nah, too late now. It's already been
OG
locked in.
and Anobi.
It's already
I
been
should have
locked
taken
in.
Valanciunas.
Yeah.
Valanciunas. Yeah.
Toby's got no ball knowledge. That's how we know we exposed him.
Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, so I don't study balls all day.
Okay. All right. Well, that's enough for this show.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for
All
checking it out.
right. Well, yeah. All right. Well, this is fun. Thanks, Toby, for your segment, and
Third.
thanks, Justin,
Yeah, gotcha.
for your show or your game there. And
gotcha.
yeah, the full court report. We're back in business. Alrighty, we'll be seeing you.